Okay, hello. I am CheeseJayy, and I'm going to be showcasing Super Mario Odyssey Superstar Mode. This is a mod for the regular game Mario Odyssey, made by Skelix, that changes pretty much all the kingdoms. It's still a work in progress, though, so some of the kingdoms are still left unchanged. But I think I'm pretty much ready to start. I can give a countdown from 3, and we can start on go, and I can just get to start explaining some of the basic tech and all that. But yeah, let's do that. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so just getting some of the basic stuff out of the way. You'll notice I'm playing on Japanese. That's just because it's the fastest language, less text boxes. The way to get to max speed in this game is by doing a spinning ground pound, and you do that by spinning the stick twice and then doing a ground pound input, and you can buffer those during cutscenes and stuff. And the fastest way to move around is by rolling. So you're going to see me rolling a lot, which is done by pulling the crouch button and shaking the controller. So there are a lot of motion controls in this run. But yeah, Cap Kingdom. You'll see that this kingdom is not really changed that much. There's just some extra enemies added. And in the frog room, there's no frogs. That's kind of the biggest change. And then Topper's a little bit harder. But yeah. Dang it! I hit the freaking hidden Goomba. I usually have a good line not to not hit that guy, but yeah, that's fine. But yeah, like I said, this is a mod made by Skelix. This bridge is gone, so let me just grab these rocket flies and vector. Vectoring is done just by taking a 45-degree angle through the air there to get some extra speed. But yeah, a lot of the kingdoms have texture changes and are made difficult. This is essentially a Kaizo hack for Mario Odyssey. So everything that I'm going to be doing is made harder than the base game. And there's a lot of points. At least there's 2 main points that can really bottleneck me pretty hard. And that is Cloud Kingdom and Bowser's Kingdom because of the Mecha Brutal. Mecha Brutal is made significantly harder in this mod. Oh, hold on, Cappy got stuck there. But yeah. First trick of the run right here. Left side. Just going to do a quick vault off Cappy here. It skips going up the ramp the intended way, and you kind of need to do it in this mod because there are a bunch of enemies up the ramp, so it saves more in this mod than it would in a regular speedrun. In a regular speedrun, it would save too, but in this mod, I don't know exactly how much it is, but it definitely is more, because you have to take the ramp way slower. And as you can see, this fight is the Bowser Kingdom fight from the main game, so it's a little bit harder, but not much. And just like that, we're out of cap. This kingdom is by far the quickest one you're going to see in the whole mod. Yeah, you can't, for some reason it doesn't let you buffer that gap there. It's weird. But that's fine. We're out of cap. And Cascade's going to be the first kingdom you're going to see with a texture swap. So it kind of looks, it's going to look kind of dead. Like all the grass is dead and ruined. As you'll see here now. Now, the intended way for getting this first power moon in the game is, typically in the regular game, you take a chomp and fling it into the rock to break it, but that chomp is not here anymore. I didn't realize I was down on health there, whoops. But yeah, that chomp is not there anymore. So I have to go over here and do some movement that used to be known as first moon skip, but we're not skipping the first moon anymore, but yeah, that's what the movement's known as. And we have to capture this guy, and then bring him back across the water to break open the first moon over here. This is the only way of breaking open this first moon, because like I said, the chomp's not there anymore. Can I... Thank you. There we go. You have to shake the controller to get the T-Rex's head to kind of bob around and grab that moon. The shaking is how you attack with the T-Rex and get... grab them in there. But now I'm gonna come across this bridge and then do a trick that's known as rib skip to get up to Madame Brutal, because the way you do it in normal speedruns is by taking a trampoline with the T-Rex and bouncing him up, but that trampoline does not exist in this mod. So we have to go over here and get up here with Mario instead. Okay, before that, I gotta cross this gap here with a fancy smancy triple jump. And then I take my time setting this up because this trick's a little bit awkward. That works. Oh, go. I get a lot of lag whenever I get to the top of the ribs there. Top of the cliff. For some reason. I think it's just because there's more enemies added than in the base game. And this Madame Brittle fight is also changed from the base game. It's the Madame Brittle fight you would typically see in the Moon Cave in the base game. So there's just extra hats on the Chomp is the only difference. Oh, I mistimed my backflip there. What I'm trying to do there is sandwich the Chomp between Mario and Cappy to stop him in place and knock off a hat at the same time. This is kind of the fastest way of beating this boss. I did it again. I mistimed that again. Not a big deal. I won't die, don't worry. I have this boss down pat. Yeah. And just like that, first boss of the mod done. Pretty solid start, I would say. Nothing too major went wrong here in the first 2 kingdoms. And for beating this boss, we'll get a multi-moon, which is just a bundle of 3 moons here. As you'll see, the moons are the main collectibles we're going to be grabbing throughout this run. Most of them are pretty fast, but if we're ever encountering a boss, we're going to end up getting 3 of them. Most of the time. Sometimes we don't get any, but yeah. Most of the time, if we beat a boss, we're going to get 3 power moons. Now, this last moon we got to grab here before leaving, because we do need 5, is a chest moon, but it is blocked by a wall, so I have to do a very precise dive to get in there properly. You're going to see here. I was too high. I was too fast on the inputs. There we go. I'll take a second try. And then I'm going to... What, am I on top of the chest? Hold on. Okay, I tried to do a trick there, but I just lost track of Mario. It's really hard to tell where Mario is there. Because it's just blind. It's just blind movement, unfortunately. But I can just get up that way. But yeah, on to Sand. Sand is probably the first hard kingdom of the mod. The first 2 kingdoms are kind of a pushover, though not too bad. They're definitely made harder than the base game, but not by much. But in Sand, what we have to do is dodge the sand because Skelix made the sand lava, essentially. So if you touch the sand, you get hit by you take damage. That's what I'm trying to say. You take a hit of damage. And that's kind of the difficult part about there. It's really easy to take too much damage and then end up dying. So you're going to see there. I will abuse damage quite a bit. I am going to damage boost a lot because that's just the fastest way of moving throughout the kingdom. But if I'm not careful, I will take damage in the wrong spot or take too much damage and I will end up dying and losing quite a bit. Any death in this kingdom is like at least 30 seconds of time loss, if not a minute plus. So it's very important that I'm aware of my health at all times and not dying when I don't want to. Ideally, I get out of this kingdom without any deaths. That's kind of the ideal here. We'll see if I can make it happen. Like I said, this is the first hard kingdom in the mod. First thing we're going to grab here is off the cliff. And I know I just said that the sand damages you, but if you hit the very edge of the sand there, you can kind of dodge the damage. That little light indent part on the edge doesn't cause damage. That's the only part of the sand that doesn't. As you can see, there you go, there's your proof. Taking damage there. And then I have to long jump and grab this checkpoint to refill my health. And then I'm going to plant this seed. And then I'm going to go to my switch menu and update the clock. Because typically those seeds take 20 real-time minutes to grow. But if you update the switch's clock, the game gets confused and thinking 20 minutes have passed even though they haven't. So I want to update it by a month just because that's the quickest way of doing it. And then the game's going to think 20 minutes have passed whenever it really hasn't. I could set that up before the run and try to make a specific time window, but for a marathon setting, I'm just going to do it manually. It only loses me like 10 seconds for that. And as you can see, the seed is ground for us, and I can just grab it. Nice and quick, man. The next man I'm trying to grab up here is a bird that's on a cycle, but it's very high up, so I have to get on top of this very high roof. Okay. Yeah, if I mess up my mid-air movement, it gets pretty awkward. Because Cappy can get stuck on things like that little roof there. But that's fine. And this moon, I just know where it is. It's just placed mid-air to try to confuse casual players. But once you know where it is, it's pretty quick. And then another bit of damage boosting you're going to see here. And then I'm going to use a triple jump to get on top of this icicle. This moon isn't really changed from the base game, so nice and quick. And now I'm going to grab this checkpoint on here just for marathon safety, just in case I do end up dying. I lose less time. And the next moon I'm going to want to grab here is in this alcove. Ideally not taking damage. There we go. And I'm going to try to get out with only 1 damage boost here. Using those homing cap throws to get out with only 1 damage there to get more distance off my normal bounces. That's what that does. Those homing cap throws just saw you in the air and give you a little bit more distance. And now I just have to wait for this build to spawn before starting this timer challenge, so I can get there in time, which is just on this pillar over here. And then I'm going to be using damage boosting quite a bit here to get over to the Sphinx quizzes, because they are quite a bit of a distance. Ooh, I almost died there. That was really close. Perfect. That movement looks easy, but it's actually a little bit precise. It's very easy to die here like I almost just did. And then I just know the answers. It's just 1, 2, 1, 4, 4 for the answer boxes. I just have it memorized, so I can just choose them. And then I'm going to be doing a long jump here to try to get the moon that is lost in the luggage over here. It's just a ground pound moon, but I have to be very careful about how I take damage. It's very easy to die to this one. I need to make it over to this bench with 2 HP. Okay, that works. That should work. Yeah, because I have to damage boost to spawn that moon. You could do it damages, but it is way more precise, so I just like to take the extra hit. Because I think I execute them in faster if I take the extra hit as well. And it's just more consistent for me. And now we're just going to grab a bunch of coins and get rich here from the Sphinx. And grab the Sphinx's moon here. Now what I'm going to do is dive to an invisible platform in the air. The way you're supposed to know about how to grab this next moon casually is by bringing a Moai over here, because it'll show where invisible platforms are in the game. But if you know where it is, you can kind of do it a little bit faster. Yeah, it's just right there. And then this next cycle is pretty tight. This next moon has a pretty tight cycle to it, so I gotta focus up a little bit. Perfect. And then there's only one more hard moon left in this kingdom, believe it or not. It's just this bullet bill moon. The inside of the block is a hard place moon. It got moved. So you have to do some pretty precise bill movement here to grab it. There you go. You gotta grab that bill up that cliff to get enough height to get over here and break the moon in this box. And now I'm going to do a skip that's known as Jaxie skip. This was discovered like week 1 of the game. And it is very easy. You just gotta build into this wall, and then wall jump up. And just for marathon safety, I think I will grab these coins. It does involve a little bit of waiting, but I am going to grab them just for marathon safety, because I'm going to need the extra coins probably later in the run. This is 50 coins I get here, so I think it's worth it. And just like that, we're going to be out of Santa. Just got to buy one more moon, then we're out. Like I said, after the build moon, the last 2 are pretty free. Execution-wise, at least, this one costs 100 coins. But all things considered, that was a pretty clean stand for my standards for a marathon. I will definitely take that. Very clean. Pretty damn good start here. Okay, on to Lake. Lake is definitely one of the more consistent kingdoms here, because I routed it, so I routed out a trick that's a little bit difficult. But yeah, but Lake is just grabbing kind of moons that are out in the open. I'll expand once we get there. We gotta skip through a couple cutscenes first, unfortunately.
Do we have time for some quick donations?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, thank you, thank you. We have $25 from Stadella saying boo-hoo-hoo, which I'm guessing is an evil laugh. And also, $30 from Lokuman saying twice in CCM, 3 times in Triple L, once in TTC, 6 deaths for them kids. 6 deaths for them kids. Love to all the viewers, runners, organizers, less than free, less than free. And with that, we've reached the $300 milestone.
Oop.
That's all going to a very nice charity. And with that, back to you.
Okay, first moon we're gonna grab here is just this Notes moon. We're gonna have to take a damage boost for it though, because as you notice, the change Skelix made to Lake Kingdom is that all the water is freezing ice water like it usually is in Snow Kingdom. Which also means, because the cheap chips here are colored red and not purple, I cannot use them to swim around at all, because I will just be forcefully ejected from them as soon as I capture them. So I cannot use fishes to swim around. I kind of just gotta swim with Mario and use damage boosting. And then this next moon is just here, and then after this, we're gonna grab the Dory moon. Which is just underneath Dory, straight ahead here. Now, like I mentioned earlier, there is a trick that lets you skip some of these lower moons called Lake Clip, but I'm not very consistent with it, so I just opt to do this lower option of grabbing these quick moons here just for consistency, because this is a very difficult mod, a very brutal mod, so I try to opt for consistency when I can instead of just raw speed. And now we're gonna go up to Rango here and fight him. This is the tall Linky Beetle, and we're just gonna completely break him by ground pounding right through him and then bopping him on the head just like that. And this fight is really not made any more difficult in this mod. I believe this fight is the fight you would see in Snow Kingdom in the base game. But the skips are the same for Lake and Snow Kingdom in the speedrun, so it doesn't change at all. Not really made it any more difficult. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to warp back to this little Rango area, the Water Plaza Terrace, as it's named. And we're going to do a quick timer challenge and then get out. Like I said, this route is slower, but it's more consistent, and it's only like 10-ish seconds slower, I think. So I just opt for this route. This timer challenge is made a lot harder. Oh, hold on, I messed this up. Hold on, let me try this again. Because the timer is a lot tighter, so I do have to be good with my movement there, but we got it. Easy peasy. And now we're on to Wooded, which is another long and very difficult kingdom, kind of like Sand. So hopefully it goes well. The change you're going to see made to Wooded is that everything's kind of purplish. There's not really like a texture or like a difficulty increase to the overworld like Sand, but there is a texture swap. Most of these kingdoms have a texture swap just because it makes the game feel more fresh and different from the base game. And if you look in the bottom left there, or the middle left, you'll see that the moon has Skelix's logo in it. That's kind of a change he made. Now this first moon we're going to want to grab here is the bunny. And I only get one try at this bunny. If I miss the bunny, he will jump into the deep woods and be gone forever. Unless I warp back to the Odyssey. But ideally I get this bunny first try here. It's not too bad, so we'll see. Yeah, easy peasy. Just gotta grab him midair there. And now the next 2 moons are going to be really easy. For the next 3, actually. We're going to be grabbing a shot moon here, and then we're going to be talking to the Sphinx to open up the quickest path over to the main area of the kingdom. And for doing that, we're actually going to get a moon for it. Typically in the base games, the Sphinx here doesn't give you a moon for talking to him and answering his question, but Skelet's obsessed enough to change it, so he does in this mod. So we just get kind of like a freebie moon here. Which really helps with routing for sure. This kingdom was the one that was updated most recently in the mod. This is I'm on version 8 of the mod, I believe, and this was the most recent change. What's this kingdom? Now this moon right here, people had to go into the game's files to find it because I don't know how you're supposed to find that casually. That's such a hidden moon. I don't believe there's a rumble there either, like is Grandpa Moons have in the base game. You're kind of just supposed to know, I guess. And now this moon is the nut around the corner. It's in the same spot, roughly, as it is in the base game, but as you can see, there's a bunch of obstacles on my way that I kind of have to dodge. Luckily, this is a 3D game, though, so dodging the obstacles is quite easy. I can just jump around them. Now I'm going to go for a fast strat in this sub-area, which is, this is the flooded pipe sub-area, but they're not flooded, there's no water. And I'm going to go for a fast strat here that's really tight. If I can get it, it would make my life a lot easier, but I did not. Okay, so that's unfortunate. There we go, okay. If I don't get that fast shot, I do have to manually time that jump. And it is pretty tight, but luckily I have a good visual cue for the timing if I fail it and need to back it up. Okay, I need to take damage one more time. Okay, hold on, I gotta wait one more cycle out. So, because I probably could have made it without, but for just on safety, I'm just gonna wait the cycle to make sure I get it. Because dying here will be really bad. And now to get the next moon, which is the story moon, typically you only have to kill the big plant in the base game, but in this game, or in this mod, you have to kill every single plant in the kingdom. So you're going to see me going out of my way to kill all these piranha plants. There's a boatload I have to kill here. And that one spews poison at me that I gotta dodge midair. Oh, that was a bad dive angle. That was another... Okay. There we go. And now there's 3 more over in this area I have to kill, and then the big one. It's very hard not to take damage during this moon, but that's okay. Not a big deal. If you're on a rare, the punishment for taking damage is just I have to watch the damage animation, which takes 2 seconds, so it's just 2 seconds of time loss for taking damage. Now I'm going to do a trick that typically is just for show and only saves 2 seconds, but it's required in this mod, which is known as Fire Road Skip, because the Fire Road that's usually there does not spawn in this mod. So I'm just going to do a roll cancel triple jump to cross that gap and head into the tower here. And now we're going to deal with a Rising Lava section here. Rising Lava timer challenge. So I'm going to spawn those blocks. And then I'm going to do a spin pound to start climbing my way up through this tower. If I make any movement mistakes pretty much at any point here, I'm pretty much dead. So I have to play this part perfectly if I don't want to die. This fly road is very fast. It's made faster than the base game for sure. Okay, that's fine. I know I said if I make any mistakes, but I can afford that mistake. That mistake's fine. Okay, I can't afford all these mistakes, though. Come on, move, Mario. The lava is very fast here. It's mainly during the fly road. If I make any mistakes during that, I'm kind of hecked, because the fly road moves very fast. And I'll just be left behind, and if I don't make that exact cycle I'm on, the lava will catch up to me. And now I have to walk this rock over here. There's a moon in this rock. Oh, that's a mistake. You know what? That'll work. I didn't realize I had to ground pound. I thought I could just jump throw and make that work. But you know what? That also works. That's fine. That's not really a time loss. I mean, it is, but not a big one I need to worry about. Okay. Oh, crap. That's bad. There's a very precise setup you have to do here, and this timer challenge does not last very long. Okay, I'm gonna come back for that. That just did not work out in my favor that time, which is fine. There's a very precise setup you have to do to grab that timer challenge, like I said. Okay, there we go. No! Dang it, I was hoping he wouldn't see me. Okay. That's fine. Not a big deal. We're just gonna try this timer challenge again, and then we'll go back in the maze. We're just gonna pretend none of that happened. There we go. That should work this time. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is worse RNG than last time. I think I can dive over them right there, though. And then I can make it right now. There we go. Second try. I'll take that. Not a big deal. Luckily, my PB, as of today, actually is quite a bit lower than estimate, so I can afford these mistakes. I just, actually just PB'd this mod, like, a couple hours ago. By quite a bit. So I'm feeling more confident today than I would be on most days for this mod. Spear is next. Gonna bop them like that. And the trick to this one is we want to stay on this platform if we can, but if not, that's okay. There we go. And I want to jump whenever the platform is going down so I get extra height and I can just kind of hover above them a little bit. And same thing for that hat popping phase there. The change to this one, obviously, is that I don't have Cappy, and I'm kind of forced onto a small platform there. But I will take that. Not beautiful wooded, but clean enough for showcase, I'd say. I will not complain about that wooded. A lot of stuff went pretty well there. And now we're on to the second hardest part of the run, which is Cloud Kingdom. And the reason it's so difficult is because you're going to see there's a giant spark bar that travels around the arena in a circle that covers the entire arena. And there's also dry bones added in, so I have to dodge both of those. I'm essentially playing jump rope while fighting Bowser, is what it comes down to. Hopefully I can get this first try. It's been going pretty well recently, so I'm not too worried about it, but this is definitely the first part of the run that can bottleneck me pretty hard if I'm not careful. I can definitely lose multiple minutes here quite fast if I'm not careful. Any death here is like 1.5 to 2 minutes of time loss, at least. So, hopefully it goes well. I have been getting it, like I said, pretty consistently recently, so I'm not super scared, but it can go wrong at any point for sure. I have put a lot of practice into this boss fight, though. And I have very specific ways of dealing with everything to try to keep it as consistent as possible. There's the spike bar I mentioned. And there are the dry bones. The first one is right there. That's fine. I will take that. Which way are you jumping? This way? Okay. Five. 10. I think I'm taking a hit here. Yeah. If I take damage at a very specific frame after I knock Bowser away there, I can crash the game, and that would also lose me like 2 minutes. So I'm trying not to do that at the same time. I don't need full health for this fight, though. It's fine. I also should mention that I need 16 hits to knock Bowser away on this first 2 phases, so that's what I'm doing. I'm timing my hits very specifically to try to not take damage by the bar. This is not great. 9, 10. Maybe I should still be alive. Okay. I have a chance at getting this first dress, so I just have to play this last phase really well. Hold on, I gotta focus up because I don't want to die here. I will get one more HP here, though. Okay, give me the health, give me the hat. Okay, one more hit. And this last one is the easiest of the three because I don't have to dodge the bar as much. Fortunately, he went quite far away, though. That's fine. I should be fine. There we go. First try. I will take that. Kind of slow execution, but I didn't die, and that's what matters. I will take that. GG. It seems like I have that fight pretty down pat, for the most part. It's not easy, but it's with the right setups, and if you know what you're doing, you can definitely make it consistent with enough practice. There is a lot of hours that go into that, though. That is not something you can just kind of wing. There is a lot of hours of practice that go into that to make sure you know exactly what you're doing at every part of that fight. That's probably one of my most practiced things in Odyssey in general. Hold on. I want to do that, and then I want to do that. There we go. I'm holding Cappy. I'm throwing Cappy so I can home in after this moon and survive. There we go. That's the idea there. You can home Cappy in there and not scare the butterfly away if you're doing it right. There's two Kaiser blocks here, as you can see, to kind of try to block you from doing that, but you can still make it happen. Now this fight part is very annoying and tedious and hard. And I'm probably going to have to be a little bit quiet for it, because I have to focus up and make sure I time all my wall jumps right. Perfect, okay. First try. This part was giving me a little bit of trouble offline before the stream, but it worked out there. And now we pay to win. We buy a moon here. And then we're gonna leave and go down and grab the Cave Gardening Moon. It's not really made much harder in this mod, you'll see. There's just some stuff the Skelet's put there to try to block Happy. I do want to grab this checkpoint just for a little bit of safety. There's some barrels here to try to block Happy, but I have to redo that. If you throw Cappy in specific ways there, you can kind of get it without problem. And now this next one is just a ground pound moon right here on this moving platform. And then I'm going to yeet Mario off the cliff here. And no! Crap. I was hoping I'd just get the platform would push me into the moon. As you can see, the biggest change here I forgot to mention is that there are poison waves everywhere throughout the kingdom. And I'm just going to die here again, unfortunately, I think. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just put me back up at the top. Yeah, there's giant poison waves everywhere that you have to dodge. If you're high up, like I am, you don't really have to dodge them. But once you get lower in the kingdom, that's when you have to start dodging them. And it makes parts like this next part really awkward and hard. This next one is cycle-based, and I'm going to have to wait out this cycle. I also have to scare Klepto there so he doesn't steal my hat like he would in a casual playthrough. Minute just in a box there. And if you time everything right, you can get it without any problems. I do have to jump over this wave before going over to the bridge moon here. I was almost too fast right there. That's a new one. And then I could use Cappy to just bounce my way back up and survive there and save quite a bit of time. I'll take that. That wasn't a terrible lost kingdom, all things considered. Could have been a lot worse. That's actually really close to gold. My gold here, I guess, is not great, because that was not great, and I actually did gold that. Okay. Yeah, that goal can be improved by a lot. But now we're on to Metro, and this is the first game that you're going to see. It's pretty much unchanged, but all the sub-areas in this mod are finished. Any sub-area that you go into will be changed. So whenever we make it into City Hall, that will be different. And the last sub-area I do in Day Metro, the People's Room, will be different as well. But for the most part, you're just going to see regular Odyssey any % gaming here. Which is kind of fun, though, because I can kind of just zoom my way through this kingdom like it's nothing. Instead of having to be held back by all the hard changes slowing me down, I kind of just get to zoom. Because I've been doing Odyssey 80% for a long time now, so this part is just cake. At least in comparison to the rest of the mod, that makes this seem like just free. Gonna do a roll boost there and bounce off this Goomba's head for a little bit of extra height. And into the tower we go. Like I said, this part's definitely different, but I don't think it's much harder than the base game. I think it's cooler than the base game, though. I like the movement in this mod better than the base game. That works. A little bit awkward, but it's okay. Oh, that fly almost hit me. That was really close. I didn't even realize. That's fine. We'll do that. And now I have to do some awkward jumps because Skelix put little barricades in my way here, and this is like 2.5D, so it's really awkward. And now I have to do a triple jump off this platform because typically the chest is right there at the bottom, but Skelix moved it, of course, up here. I have to do triple jump into some wall jumps there. I thought me getting bopped in the head there was going to push me too low to get that second wall jump, I'll be honest. And apparently the room's just gone. The room just deloaded with that camera angle. And then, just like that, we're out of here. Okay, on to Mecha Wiggler. The boss fight is regular, like I said. Not very many changes in this kingdom. My goal is to kill this boss in 2 phases, though, just like in the regular game, and the hitboxes are very good, as you can tell. Yeah. The hitboxes on this boss are not ideal. But they are good enough, I guess. Sometimes wacky things like that happen where you shoot the hitbox 8 times and nothing happens. And I'm gonna go, and I'm going in specific spots here to make the Wiggler run around the arena less. Trying to make it so as soon as it exits a wall, it goes into the next one immediately to try to just save a couple seconds in this fight. Speed it up a little bit if I can. Shooting 3 of those balls. If I shoot all the fireballs, the Wiggler will stop moving too fast for me to kill it in 2 cycles here. Oh, I missed my last shot. That's fine though. That was a pretty clean night Metro, all things considered. I will definitely take that. Cool. On to Day Metro, and like I said, this is another kingdom that's unchanged from the base game. So you're just going to see me zooming through it until the final sub-area where I have to play it a little bit safe. Because the timer challenge is just a little bit tighter than... Or I guess a lot tighter than the base game, but yeah, you'll see once we get there. But before we get there, I'm going to do something that's known as a dram strat. I did this a little bit in Lost as well for the fork. But if you hold Cappy out and then grab a moon and then shake to home in, you can kind of teleport back to a capturable object. That's known as a capture warp or a dram strat. And I just like using the scooter for this moon because I think it's quick. It's more consistent. There is a quicker way of doing it using the scooter to clip into the cage, but I'm not really good at it. It's kind of awkward. So I just opt for that. Oh, that didn't spawn the moon? Okay. Hold on, do that. And And there we go, another one of those jam shots. And now we get to the best moon in the game, the bench bend. It's not a real Odyssey speedrun if you don't talk to this guy at some point. I don't know what that was, but it was movement, I guess. And now what I'm doing is a route known as Magician's Early. Because we can't really do the fastest any percent route in this mod because it requires to do another sub area. And if you remember what I said earlier, all the sub areas in this game are changed. So if we can avoid doing a sub area, that's what we're going to do. It's just faster to do the Musicians rather than dealing with the harder building sub area. So that's what we'd have to do. In the slots room, it's made way harder too, so this is just the fastest route for this mod. Which is nice because it's also the easiest route. Also invisible Magician there. Now we're gonna ride this wire over here, grab this, hit in the Scrap Moon and the Magician. And then we're gonna warp up top, on top of Metro here, towards the peak, to grab a couple men that are higher up that are quick. Going to be using a little bit of vectoring there to open up this trash can. Make my way over and open up this trash can. And I'm just going to roll off here towards this moon. And then we're going to take the wire all the way up to the top to grab the Dizzying Heights moon. Oh, I tried to get a roll boost there, but I didn't get it. Not a big deal. And then I am going to grab this coin stack around back just for marathon safety because I had to leak the coins for consistency reasons that I'll mention later. Just now I have to buy something with coins later in the run that could make my life a lot easier. And I'm on version 1.0 of the game, so I can't grab the Luigi coin arts. That give 200 coins each. This is the sub area I was talking about that's made harder. This timer is a lot tighter. But, no, I thought I had it there. Ah, dang it, I just jumped right around the moon like a buffoon. That's fine. I can go up here and grab this moon now. Oh, this was a mistake. Luckily, I can just do this, though, and grab it. There we go. And then we're going to have to do this timer challenge one more time, unfortunately. There we go, that should be good. And there we go. Now we're out of Metro. On to Snow, which is actually changed in this mod. It's made quite a bit harder, but I put a lot of practice in after my last run I did on my main channel. Because this was the kingdom I struggled in the most in my PB run I got earlier, so hopefully it goes well now. You're gonna notice that as soon as we get there, all the water that's usually there, all the ice water, is changed to lava. Kind of like Sand Kingdom. So we can't really touch much of the ground. But that is okay, we're just gonna get there and immediately enter into Shiveria. Because the ground there is not lava. Okay. Landing in snow right now. And I'm just going to jump all across here to dodge all the lava. And there is a glowy Joey up here I can capture, just like that. and enter this pipe. The entrance to Shiveria did get moved. It's moved up there with that pipe rather than in the middle. And I have to be very careful not to knock these boxes because I need a bunch of height to grab this moon. It's very high up. If you knock over any of those boxes, I'm pretty sure it's just point blank impossible and you have to warp out to try that again. Or just leap to the pipe. There's a pay to win moon here. And now I'm going to be doing a very hard trick jump. To grab the chest moon. The intended way is to either take the umbrella and bounce your way up in the normal game, or take this pole and walk your way over. But Skelix put ice in the way over by this pole, over by the intended way, and the umbrella that you used to bounce up there is gone. So I'm going to do a trick jump here. Hopefully get it first try. Okay, maybe not. I'll try that again. It's very precise mid-air movement I have to do to make this work. I just learned this setup like an hour ago. Okay, I didn't get I wouldn't have gotten my cat bounce there. That should work. There we go. I will take that. That's pretty fast. There's a very precise mid-air movement you have to do that to make that work. You have to do a triple throw after the cat bounce to get the homing cap throw really fast, and then you have to wall jump and then do another really fast homing cap throw to get enough height to wall jump and then kind of just land up there. This sub-area is changed by, instead of capturing the Goombas, you have to capture this Jizo and bring them over and drop them on this P-switch over here, similar to the Jizo sub-area in Bowser's Kingdom in the regular game. To open up this wall over here. Now, there is a way to clip into this wall without doing all that. It's known as ICC, but it's very difficult and only really done at world record level in regular any percent, so I don't know it. Oh, too much speed. And we're going to be going into all 4 of the sub-areas here and grabbing 2 moons in the first 2 and then 1 in the last 2. Next room we're going to be going into is the top left one here, or top right one, my bad. This is the shards room, but it is covered with freezing water, so we have to move fast here to not take a lot of damage. And I'm trying to stay on the tip of the water. Actually, I've done that a little better, that's fine. To try to not take a lot of damage. There we go. I shouldn't take another hit, I don't think. I should be able to just cat bounce here. Oh, maybe I will take another hit. I was closer to taking a hit than I thought. I shouldn't die, though. Don't worry about that. Okay, this guy's not able to see me. These, Bite Frost is what they're called. Are a lot shorter than in the regular game. There we go. And there's flies in my way there. And then for whatever reason, this chest is in a bit of water. It doesn't make it any harder. It's a really weird change. Nobody's ever known why, but there you go. The chest in water. Two more sub-areas left, and then we're going to do one more trick jump before we leave for a quick moon at the end. This next room is the poison sub-area. Just right down this hallway. Ah, dang it, I was hoping I wouldn't bonk. It's so easy to bonk in these hallways. The slopes can change the direction of Mario's dive quite easily. And the moon is not up top on that archway like in the base game. Please, give me a cat bounce. Okay, thank God. It is right here. On this tiny ledge, because why wouldn't it be? I was very close to dying there, by the way. And the story moon you would usually get is for killing all these spinies, but the Bloated Joey isn't there, so you'd have to kill them with Cappy, and that is really slow, so we're not going to do that. And then the last room we're going to go into is the Rango room here, but we are not going to fight Rango because, again, that's slow. So we're just going to climb the mountain. The change here is that, similar to the wooded tower that I did, it's another rising lava sub-area. So your movement has to be very fast and very precise. Oh. And this room is very awkward to do fast, but I kind of got it really nicely there. And now we're going to do Snowdram and hopefully get it first try, which is a trick jump right here over to the painting island. Dang it, I thought I timed everything right there midair. That's fine, we can just try it again. Try again. There we go, I'll take second try. Very precise mid-air movement there to vector and make your way all the way over to the painting island. I will take that, that's like a minute gold. Could have been a little bit more, this kingdom can still be improved for me, but that was a pretty solid gold. Yeah, that trick is definitely in the original game. I will take second try there. And now Seaside. This kingdom isn't really changed much from the original game. It's actually made a little bit faster in this mod from the original game, and you'll see why once we get there. But before we get to the changes, we gotta do this quick moon up top. This moon is just the same as regular 90%. The overworld is pretty much unchanged here. So very specific movement to get enough height to make it all the way up here, just like that. And this next sub-area we're going to go into is the first change, because like I said, all the sub-areas are changed. So this one is actually made easier, because all I have to do is backflip, ground pound, and the moon's right here. Everything else in this room is a decoy. The moon's right on top of the pipe, and it's actually made quicker in this mod because of that. And then all the little alcove areas as well that are hidden from the overworld are also changed in this mod, in this kingdom. So there's a rock blocking my path here, and then there's some poison below me. I think the rock is to make it so you're forced to use Mario to get in here. I don't believe you can use a Gushin to get in there with that rock there. And now we're just going to be doing a bunch of swimming. We're going to be swimming over this chest and grabbing it. That's the next moon. This routing is the same as 90% because the overworld's unchanged. And at the end of the kingdom, we're actually going to be clipping out of bounds. Using a clip known as Fish Clip. This clip is actually very much so recommended to beginners because it is that easy. It is the easiest trick in the game. And I will show you how to do it once we get there after 3 more moons here. I guess 4 more actually, 3 more after this one. They're all really quick, so it's hard to count how many are left. They happen so fast. This kingdom's really short. Over to Dory here. And then over to these 3 bumps. And... whoops, I missed this one, my bad. I just shook late. That's fine. And now we're going to go over to this little indent in the wall here. And uncapture, recapture, swim downwards, and just like that we're out of bounds. The reason that works is because there isn't an actual wall around the kingdom. It's more of like an invisible force field where if you get too close, it pushes you away. But if you uncapture and recapture, you're inside the force field and you can kind of just bypass it. Also jump scare warning right there. Little eel. And just like that, we're done with Seaside. We're on to Luncheon. And Lunchen's another kingdom where the overworld is kept the exact same, and the only thing that's changed are the sub-areas. But that's actually good because it makes the mod more consistent. Although I do hope that the mod eventually does get finished. But to start off this game, the first thing I'm going to do is a trick known as Salt Triple. I'm just going to do a very specifically timed triple jump off mound to salt here to get enough height to get up to the first moon. Just like that. And then I'm just going to dive into the Salt Cove to grab this next one, and then we're going to fight Spirit. Whoops. And you're going to be able to see what a regular Spirit boss fight looks like in a not changed one. Just going to pop his head there, grab the coins, because like I said, I'm going to need them for later, potentially. Hopefully I won't need them. Best case scenario is I don't need them, but I need them for marathon safety. And I'm just doing a backflip, and then I'm throwing Cappy and then doing a backflip. Kind of sandwiching him between Cappy and Mario like I did for Mid and Brutal. But I failed at both times, so that's fine. And then this next sub-area, again, changed. But it's not made much harder. All I have to do is do a damage boost. I just have to jump around this corner, do a damage boost, and then grab them in. I don't think you can make that dive. And if you could, you would have to wait for the platform to rise. And at that point, it's just faster to take the damage boost. And now we have to roll up here. Grab this moon up top. And we're gonna grab a moon in a crate over here. Is this an ingredient too? That's the name. Who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe you could use it in the soup. But yeah, a lot of this kingdom is just regular any percent, so I'm able to just kind of zoom through it again. Oh, I was surprised that went in the pot. Intentional bonk. And I'm going to do a little bit of a camera manipulation here to keep this Podoboo off screen until I want him to be, which is right now, so I can capture him right after grabbing this moon. I actually may have spawned him on screen early there. No, this will work. There we go. See, right after the moon, I can immediately capture him using that camera manipulation. And then this sub-area has changed and made quite a bit harder, so hopefully I can nail it here. Oh, I thought I had that. Frick. Okay, well, I was on PB pace, for anyone curious. It just died there, though. That did just kill it right there. Oh, well. I'll take a second try. Like I said, the sub-areas make quite a bit harder. That flick off that fork there is very difficult, to say the least. And then, oh, I just launched myself right into that guy. Okay, not really much I could have done there. And then the fork's up. The secret moon is up here. And then the last moon is just in the same spot. There's a movement you could do to get up there a little bit faster, but I could just do this as well and take the long way. It's kind of tough. I'm not really great at that movement. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to bump there. And I'm keeping the Pamber off screen for a little bit so he's in position for me to just jump and spin throw. And then back up there again to capture him. And then there's a spawny my way there, so I have to kill him. Ah, dang it, I was hoping that wouldn't happen. And just like that, we have, I think, what is it, 5 more moons here? 2 of them are just quick and then one's a story moon. Then the end of this kingdom isn't too bad. Okay, now I'm just gonna vault off Cappy here to get a lot of momentum to make my way over to the moon behind the mountains here. Right there, and then I'm just gonna make my way up to the meat, and then we're gonna be done. Kind of precise movement there to make it over. There's a little tiny ledge I can land on. There we go. Okay. All I gotta do is wait for a couple cutscenes now, and then we're gonna be on to Ruined, which is an auto-scroller kingdom, unfortunately. There was really no way to speed it up other than damage boosting to get on top of the dragon early. So we're gonna have to wait through that auto-scroller. It is changed in this mod, believe it or not, but it is not made much harder. The only changes in Ruined are that it is icy and there are mummies. Okay, so pace update for anyone curious. PB is technically still doable, but I have to play within 5 seconds of Zob, so don't get attached.
Jay,
What? I'm streaming.
what do you need for tomorrow?
Just whatever. Just clean whatever's in my closet. Okay, ruined. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Well, there goes a couple seconds. Okay, gotta spawn these hearts to, so I can damage boost during this dragon fight, like I mentioned earlier. Grabbing these two for just the extra coins. There we go. I'm sliding because of the ice. What's my coin count looking like? Okay, it's looking pretty good. Okay, gotta get on top of the dragon one more time right here. Somebody have done it before, like I said, all scroller of a fight. And there you go, dragon dead. Yeah, this fight isn't much harder. Just icy and there's a couple mummies I need to dodge. So by the looks of my coin count, I should have 4 attempts at the Mecha Brutal. Because to fight the Mecha Brutal, I do have to buy the life apart every time for safety. Because the extra health makes the fight a lot more consistent. And if I run out of coins, I can get another backup life apart, but it is a lot slower and would add like 30 seconds per attempt. If I die at any point during the Mecha Brutal, it's like a minute of time loss. But I should have about 14 minutes of leeway going in for this fight. Maybe like a minute to a minute and a half of time loss per death. At least in terms of beating Estimate, I should have 14 minutes of leeway. But in terms of the overworld for Bowser's, it is completely unchanged. There is no major changes to the overworld. The only change is Mecha Brutal, and it is made significantly harder. So let's just hope it goes well. This is the second part of the run that I was talking about earlier that can very easily bottleneck me and make me lose lots of minutes if I do not get it in the first try. Whoops. There we go. Okay, on to the shards portion of the kingdom. This is a very precise movement here. I feel like I can nail it all. I'm gonna go for a dive back strategy here. What? That's a new one. Okay. Oh. Ah! Yeah, as soon as one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong. That's how this game goes. Ah. Okay, not my greatest gameplay, but that's okay. And then we do have to grab 2 extra mins for Bowser's Kingdom before we leave, so the first one's going to be right here. Right behind the wall here. On this roof. And then I did say we have to get the life apart here from Mecha Brutal. Just for consistency reasons, so I'm going to do that. Oh my god, just talk to the shopkeeper. And just like that, we have 6 health now. And I have to make sure I grab this checkpoint just in case I need it. Just in case I need to come back for extra health. Topper first because it's the right choice. Oh crap. Okay, still got it, don't worry. Same thing as that we did in Cap. Same exact thing. This fight is literally copy-paste of Cap. And apparently I'm worse at it now. That's fine. Who cares? It's fine. Just... There we go. come back, please. There we go, good enough. And Harriet is the same as well. This fight's not too hard. This is the first time we fight Harriet, but just knocking bombs back into her, and then knocking bombs into her hat whenever she UFOs. Okay, just like that, dead. Okay, now we start to climb up to mech here. Gonna do a fancy little triple jump here to get around the back and get the second moon we need to leave, which is this Crates moon here. And then we're gonna do a blind jump here over to the Pokeo climb section, because the camera's not gonna pan for me, unfortunately. Okay, now for the Mecha Brutal. This is the hardest part of the mod, for sure. I would say Moon Kingdom is the hardest kingdom in the mod, but this is the hardest part. By far the hardest boss, so hopefully this goes well. I'm going to try my best. Went well earlier, so let's hope it goes well again. The change I made to the Mecha Brutal is that it is all shiny, and if you touch any part of it, you will take damage. So I gotta poke my nose into very specific parts here. And kill the Brutals in a very specific order. Not take damage. There we go. That is exactly according to plan. Good. Okay, first two Brutals down. Halfway done. That is not as easy as I just made it look. There's still a chance that this goes wrong though, so don't get too attached. Oh, good backup, holy crap, okay. No! I missed my ground pound, that's really bad. Okay, that's just a forced death. Okay, well, that's not first try. I have to die. There is pretty much no way of backing this up, because if you try to back it up, the Mecha Brutal will just break. So that's a death, unfortunately. I had a good backup going, but it didn't work out. So we have to just go to the shop and try again. And this is why this mod is very difficult, because if you make any mistake during this boss, it is pretty much over. I had a slightly bad poke angle there, and I managed to back it up, but I was thrown off with the timing for the spear hit and missed my cue. I ground pounded a little bit too late, so I missed the bubble entirely. But we try again. Still got plenty of time, so not a big deal. Oh, see, if I touch the Mecha Brutal at all, I take damage, and in that instance I lose my bird. So we just try again now. That face of the mech beetle can damage me. Yep, see, damage. Not a big deal though. Okay, hopefully it goes well this time.
Would you like me to read a quick donation?
Maybe not right this second. I'm kind of focusing. 1 second.
No problem.
Okay, this can still work. This is fine. Okay. Should be in the clear. There you go. Okay, you can read your donation now.
Yes, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna try my very best with this cold to read this. We have $10 from Manta, which says, "Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you." Alright, and with that, back to you.
Okay, I'll take second try there. That was pretty clean. I definitely should have had that first try, but that was a pretty good second try. If I have a clean enough moon here, this could definitely be less than an hour and a half still. Sub 130 is still definitely within question. Within reason. Okay, Moon Kingdom, the biggest change you're gonna notice is that there is no low gravity anymore. Which means, the Moon Cave skip that we would do in the normal game is impossible. Because you need low gravity for it. So, I'm gonna be forced to go into the Moon Cave, and because it's a sub-area, it is changed and made quite a bit more difficult. The platforming is very precise, and it is very easy for me to die there. So hopefully everything goes well and I can get it first try, though. We're also forced to fight Madame Brood, which you'll see there is 2 Madame Broods I have to fight at the same time in the Moon Cave. Moon Cave is just very chaotic in general. But like I said, just a couple cutscenes. This mod actually is one less cutscene entering Moon here for some reason. One of the cutscenes just gets trunicated, I guess. Because of the change. I don't know, it's weird. Typically there's a cutscene showing the cathedral there, the church straight ahead, but it doesn't exist here for some reason. And because there's no low gravity, you also get to see the intended route for going through the moon. At least leading up to the Moon Cave. Typically, we would use low gravity to do slightly faster movement, but can't do that here. Okay, Moon Cave time. Hopefully this goes well. Like I said, this is the hardest kingdom for sure, but Mecha Burrito was the hardest boss fight, and I shouldn't need that checkpoint for any reason, so I'm just gonna skip it. Gonna start out by doing a triple jump across these platforms straight ahead here. And then just long jumping and then rolling off here. I thought I timed that perfectly to dodge that lava, that's fine though. There we go. And then just platforming around these Pambros here, pretending they don't exist. And I'm going to throw my cap there to make that guy go backwards and not be in my way. There we go. You can see why this platforming is so tight. That's fine. I want this heart just for safety, because I want to try to get my life apart if I can. And then the bonsai bill here got replaced by a mini bullet bill. So I have to do that to get over here, to fly them. And then capture this bonsai bill, and fly them over here to skip a majority of the moon cave here. And we have to do some precise wall jumps to make our way up here. And I'm gonna grab this power moon. I don't need it to leave or anything, but it will refill my health, so I'm gonna opt to grab it here because I want the extra health HP for the boss fight. Ideally, I want to try to keep my life apart past this mid-amp brutal boss fight if I can. And I have to wall jump right on the outer edge of this wall because there is a ceiling right here. That kind of blocks me if I don't. And then you have to do a pretty precise triple jump to get enough height to make it up that pillar. And like I said, 2 mid-amp brutes here. Hopefully this goes well. I'm gonna have both of them charge me at the start here. I'm just gonna try to capture one of these jumps really fast right out the gate here. There we go. Now there is a soft lock you can do here where if you hit one mid-amp brute with the other's chain chomp, you can soft lock. That's fine, I'll take the damage. There we go, one hit on both. This. Oh, I didn't mean to take that hit. Just capture one, please. Thank you. Oh. I should be able to fling this one just like that. And then this one I could just capture really quick and fling as well. Okay, they each have one hit left. There we go. Okay, this one's dead, and I have one more hit left on the other one. Now, if you do get the soft lock, where you hit one mid-amp brood with the other one's chomp, and it just ends up, like the mid-amp brood just ends up spinning around, you can die and come back, and the second one will just be dead. The requirement is only to kill one of them here. Nah, I was really trying to keep that life apart there. It's really hard. That's fine now. Capture, please. Thank you. And this should be fine. Yeah, you're dead. Okay, on to the Bowser fight now. It is fastest to kill both of these mid-amp brutes, like I said. If you only kill one and die, you can come back and the second one will be gone, but fastest to kill both for sure. That's a pretty clean fight for a mid-amp brute there. I thought I needed the checkpoint, but I don't. I have full HP. Okay, into Bowser now. You're gonna see the only change made to this fight to make it harder is just the arena looks different. This is significantly easier than the Cloud fight. There is a lava I have to dodge, but... Oh, whoops. I did dodge it there, huh? I did a bad job. I timed my home in there pretty poorly. I want this health if I can get it. Okay, 3, and then I could... There we go. And now I need to get back to the middle for the fire phase here. And this is just a ground scan, so all you have to do is jump whenever it passes by and you'll be fine. You can be inside the actual visual of it and still survive. I'm going to do a strat called Fast Tats here, and I'm going to mess it up. It's really hard on this mod for the second phase. I shouldn't have... Yeah, okay, that was a mistake. I should not have done that. That was very silly. Oh well, not a big deal. We can just do the fight again. I think it's my first time I've ever died to this boss on this mod. But it happens. Ah, I keep messing this up. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm gonna try fast hats again here. If it doesn't work out, I won't go for it a second time. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a bad thought. I could have done fast hats here a little bit easier too. Oh god, okay, I'm getting brutal. I'm just getting annihilated in this fight, huh? Oh crap. I've never had this fight go this poorly, so I'm kind of struggling to back it up a little bit. This'll work. Ah, fricky. I'm dead again. Frick! Okay, I'm getting walled by this fight quite hard, actually. I said this was easier than the Cloud one, and I've died to this one twice and didn't die to the Cloud one at all. I've never struggled this hard with this boss fight. This is the first. We should still be below estimate, though. I just need to focus up here. There we go. That's what I've been trying to do. That's how you do that fast. Okay, I just need this second hit to go well one time. That'll be great. There we go. That's how you do the fast hat for the second phase. Not the easiest thing in the world. You don't have a lot of room to work with there, clearly. But you can make it happen. And I'm trying not to take damage to the hat there either for the second phase, because my timing would just be messed up. I have to do that phase damageless, pretty much. So the space you get to work with there is not very much. There's some mounds where it does work out a little bit better, where you have more room, but that one you don't have very much. And then this third race is free, because I can take a hit to dodge all the hats. So it's a lot easier. Or not! Okay, please don't die. I timed... please don't die again. I just think this fight is harder when I actually have to go out of my way to grab the hat this way. Okay, we'll do that. I should be fine here. I should not die again. He dumps back, that's right. Oh, he has the fire rocks. Oh my god, no! I jinxed it! Oh my god. I'm molding. I'm falling apart. I'm falling apart. Wow, I'm gonna lose like probably 10 minutes to this fight. This is rough. That's fine. Okay, now that I'm getting walled by it, it's making it harder. I'm getting nervous for no reason. I just need to focus up. I guess maybe I should have practiced this boss more, but this is, like I said, this is the first time I've had problems with it. Okay, that's fine, that'll work. What? Oh my god. Okay, well, we're back in a sticky situation here, I guess. I can't even die about it in time. This is just not going my way now, is it? Man, okay. Okay, come on, Bowser. Cooperate, please, just one time. What's gonna happen? Okay, this is a good part. This could work. Okay, this should be okay. I shouldn't die this time, hopefully. Let's hope. I'm kind of getting fed up with doing this fight over and over. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was hoping that would not happen. That's gonna make my life harder, and I might die again now. He's probably gonna, yeah, he's gonna pick that back up. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, that'll work. Okay. It's one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I thought I made it. Come on. I'm getting quite good at this first phase, at least, with doing it over and over and over again. Laying that first phase down now. I don't know why this is going so poorly. I've never had this issue before. I've been running this mod for quite a while, and I've never had this issue. It's been a couple months now, me running this mod, and I've never had this issue. There we go, got the fast hat. Okay, I have 3 health entering this last phase. This should be the one. There's no way I take 3 hits in this last phase. I'm feeling pretty confident now with my HP situation. This is shocking to me that this is the part I'm struggling with the most in the mod. Like I said, this is a new scenario. Oh, I timed it wrong again because I took damage too soon. Okay. Oh, we're back in the sticky scenario we were in before. It's gonna jump. It's gonna be back. Or it's gonna be back to. Oh, he's jumping this way. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the one. Finally, okay. He jumped on a generous mound here. You can see this mound's quite big. Yeah, that was pretty pathetic. Okay. That should have went a lot better than it did, but we're out, finally. I don't even know how many tries that took, but way too many. Okay. Escape. This is actually difficult. I don't know why I got walled by that last fight. Typically, you would capture Bowser here in the regular game, and then use him to platform this, but as you can see, he's not here, so you have to platform this with Mario. And these platforms are all regular size, I believe. I don't think they're made bigger from the regular game. That's just how big they are and how big Bowser's is in the regular game. You have to do a very specific movement here to make this work and make the cycles. I bonked. Okay, we go again. Okay, triple jump. Another one. And then you gotta ride the scooter just straight ahead here. And then you gotta dodge the fire from this fire bro here. And then there's a Paragumba right here you can capture. And then a 2D section we gotta do. This 2D section is quite brutal. Okay, he's still throwing, so I could sit here. Okay, I don't want to take another hit here if I don't have to. There we go. And then there's just some Koopas I have to kill. Nothing I can't handle. And then there's some health here that I'm going to grab for the health refill for consistency reasons. Make sure I don't die. Because this part here is difficult. As you can see, those barrels of fire are quite awkward. Okay, home stretch here. Now we get to capture Bowser. Whoops. And the camera's awkward here. And now we're entering the final room of the game, the Pillars room. The run's going to be over in about a minute here if I can get this first try. Just over a minute left. Okay. Final room right here. And this room is made harder as well. You have to do some platforming with Bowser while knocking over the pillars. Okay, and then I have to make this jump. Typically you want to use fireballs to knock over those pillars fast, but it's really hard in this one to make that work. Your fireballs just get eaten by random stuff midair. Okay. Third pillar over here. This one is definitely the easiest one to hit with fireballs, but that doesn't mean it's easy. See, I only got 2 shots there. This one's another easier one to hit with fireballs. And then there's a precise triple jump I have to make right here. There we go. Okay. And the run's going to be over as soon as I shoot out the wire here at the end. After breaking open this rock, there's about probably 10 seconds left. And time it is going to be in a couple seconds here. And time. GG. That last Bowser fight walled me quite hard for the first time. I've never struggled as hard as I did with that fight. But I'll take this run. Whatever. Up until the first Macro Brutal death, I was actually on PB pace. And dying on Macro Brutal there killed it. But yeah, I will take that. Pretty solid showing. This mod can be quite brutal, as I probably showcased pretty well. A lot of it went well, but Moon was quite brutal today. So that's okay. But yeah, thanks for having me. I had a good time showcasing that.
Alright, GG's. Good run. Very challenging. I probably would not be able to do that at all. Anyway, we're gonna head into a quick intermission, and when we're back, we'll have Seb running Ender Lily's Crisis of the Nights randomizer. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.